to win my first ever meet. In swimming, we call the competitions meets, swimming meets.
Yeah.
I was able to win my first meet. And after you get the taste of blood, once you get the taste of blood, that's it. That's the secret for success. Once you taste the blood, you never ever want to skip it. You always want to win. You want to keep going. You don't want to give up. You never want to lose. That was my secret.
Like, hold on. Yeah.
Oh, that's a bug.
Thank bug.
Before you watch the next video, use promo code with CryoWithJNJ, Calivion Sports 20 for 20% off, or Calivion Sports 10 for 10% off. CryoWithJNJ is a technology where you're able to recover mentally and physically, so I highly recommend it to anyone, and especially for athletes. So like stated before, use Calivion Sports 20 for 20% off, or Calivion Sports 10 for 10% off.
Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to Calivion Sports. We have a special guest today. So tell us who you are and what do you do?
Hi everyone, my name is Danila Novikov. I'm a professional swimmer, I guess in the past, but maybe you can tell that I'm still a professional swimmer. And as of right now, I teach people and I swim myself. I'm continuing my swimming career. So
let's take a step back. When you were a kid, do you want it to be this, or did you have anything other in your mind, other sports, or even cooking or education-wise?
Right. You know, I think I was lucky enough to be at the right place at the same time. So my father brought me to the pool, and you know, maybe not for every kid, but for the majority of the kids, the pool is like, oh my God, the pool. And so I went into the pool, and it appeared to be my thing. You know, sometimes it comes so natural and easy for someone to learn something. So for me, it was really natural. For me, it was easy, right? Yeah. And I was lucky enough to win my first ever meet. In swimming, we call the competitions meets, swimming meets. I was able to win my first meet. And after you get the taste of blood, once you get the taste of blood, that's it. That's the secret for success. Once you taste the blood, you never ever want to skip it. You always want to win. You want to keep going. You don't want to give up. You never want to lose. That was my secret. That's how I got into
So
the sports.
it became like a talent, more of a passion for you?
Both. It was some talent mixed with the passion, mixed with the fact that I was a boy. You know, all the boys are really competitive, so you always want to be competitive. You always want to beat the guy swimming right next to you. You always want to run faster. You want to be better. So
Well, were you always good at swimming, or you had to practice hard in order to become good, or it just came naturally to you?
Well, I was always at the level where I was competing. I was always good, so I didn't really had any struggles with my swimming. So yeah, I can tell that I was good, but you know, you have to understand good. What does it mean to be good? Good as Michael Phelps? No one is good like Michael Phelps. So between me and Michael Phelps is you know, big gap. But on my level, right? I was a Division III swimmer, NCAA Division III swimmer. I was top 3 in the country 2 years in back to back. So at this level, I guess I was good.
I know it's a very hard sport, a lot of cardio. So how do you practice, and how do you keep yourself just not physically but also mentally to prepare the best?
Very good question. Very good question, because swimming is mentally it's a really difficult sport. Now let's talk about soccer first. Soccer is a team game, right? You play. That's a game. It's called game. So you play. There are a bunch of different options available. There are 11 players on the field, but in swimming it's you.
And that's it.
And the swimming pool, and you go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. So, and sometimes practices last up to 2 hours. So imagine going back and forth for 2 hours. But you know, I think the secret is that you want to see a bigger goal. You know, you as the athlete yourself, you understand that the moment where you raise a cup or you get the medal, worth hours of hard training and of sacrifices and pain and, you know, struggles. So if you see the goal, you can deal with it.
Full vision of it.
Yes.
Yeah. So how do you practice? You go to the gym, you spend hours on this pool, or how do you practice for yourself?
Right. Now, do you ask about practicing right now at my age, or how do actually beginner swimmers practice? How did I
Yeah, more for beginners. Yeah.
swimming, only swimming. You
Only
want to
swimming?
learn the technique, so you're just swimming. You're learning the technique.
And what about right now for yourself?
And right now, since I know the technique, I've been doing it for the past 22 years.
Oh wow, 22
Right?
years. That's a
So
lot. Yeah.
I mix both the water and dry land. The gym, we call it dry land. So I
Okay.
mix the water practices and the dry lands.
Oh wow. Wait, so how do you rest after those, long practices, long games? How do you rest, or what do you do?
Well, unfortunately, I don't have a lot of options right now. So I
You
don't,
gotta keep going.
I mean, the best rest is make sure you get enough food and get a good sleep. So I don't have, as of right now, I just started getting myself ready for the next championship that is gonna happen in April in San Antonio, Texas.
Oh,
So
wow.
as of right now, I'm into the
In the
training
process-
mode
in the
in the
process,
process, right?
yeah.
So I have a few days a week, to be more exact, 4 days a week. I have double practices. So I have one in the morning and then one in the afternoon. So in between the practices, I don't have any options. I just work,
Yeah, yeah.
But then I'm making sure that I eat enough, I eat good, clean, and
How many hours of sleep you get? Normally 8 or?
ideally 8,
Yeah.
7, nice. Sometimes it goes down to 5 and 6. It's not really good. But
Yeah,
I'm trying to
because
keep it 7, 8.
Yeah, yeah. So I know you prepare yourself a lot of physical wise. What about mentally? How do you prepare yourself mentally? You read books or you watch videos? How do you prepare yourself mentally?
No.
Or do you keep talking to yourself? Because I know people talk to themselves. They feel more
right,
self-confidence.
That's a really good question. I guess I never really answered that question to myself, but I'm gonna try to be honest and find the right answer right now. I don't know. I think I'm this kind of I never read any books. I never went to specialists to talk about stuff like that. I just I never give up and I try to keep going and I never ever scared of losing. It's not a problem. If I lose, I'm gonna try it next time. I think most of my let's call it mental toughness comes from my background where my parents, mom and dad, my coaches used to raise me the way I am right now, So
I guess they prepared you very prepared, I guess, for
very mentally strong.
mentally strong.
Prepared. What does it mean to be prepared? I don't know.
Did it come through the culture or it was just naturally?
I learned it with my coach. I learned it with my teammates. I learned it with my parents. Right now, I read bunch of the books, articles, see bunch of the stories. So you just you see this stuff. You know how it is. You just learn it with the experience, I guess.
Yeah. So what are some of the routines that you do to have a good week, a good month, a good day? What are some of the routines the minute you wake up? You probably read a book, go to the gym, watch TV. What are some of the routines that you do?
Routine?
Yeah.
A routine. Well, every day is different, but I'm gonna show you something right now. So
We'll
look
see.
at my phone.
Yeah.
You see, I have this background. This
Okay.
is the national championship. You see 200. I am 150. That's the time I want to see.
Okay.
So I'm gonna show you the screenshot later.
Yeah.
So
We'll put the screenshot there.
Right.
Yeah.
What I did, I created that screenshot to motivate myself every single morning when I wake up, because I'm not a person who likes to wake up early in the morning. I freaking
Not a morning
hate
person?
no, not at all.
Yeah.
So
So you drink a lot of coffee in the morning just to keep
no,
yourself?
not really.
No,
I
just
just go. I just wake up, get myself a cup of coffee, get a breakfast, and be ready to roll. As soon as I see that background, it just motivates me. Like I have to do it. I have to do it.
Yeah.
And trust me, it's not easy to motivate yourself right now when swimming basically it's not my job. It's just the hobby that I do right now, right? So it's not that easy to motivate yourself, but since I started something, I want to finish that. I want to make sure that I finish it. I mean, if you plan something and if you're aiming for it, so
you have to go out.
you have to go.
Yeah.
I hate stopping somewhere midway. I hate
Yeah.
I hate not putting the check mark right next to the task that I do.
You feel like you're one step behind your actual goal. What do you do on your days off? Like, do you just watch Netflix? Do you go for a walk? Do you spend time with your family? What do you normally do on your days off?
Right. Depends. Sometimes I'm so tired I don't even come out of my apartment. I just stay in my apartment. Sometimes I would go and walk in the city. By the way, I love New York. I'm so happy living here, so I just love spending my time walking around, looking at people, and listening to music and stuff like that.
Just in your own world, just talking to yourself.
You see, some people need company to feel good. I don't really need the company. Not saying that I never have any company. I still have friends.
You like being by yourself and just.
I don't mind being by myself. I have no problems with that. I love going to concerts. I love going to live events. I love going to theaters and not really movies, but
What kind of music you like for concerts?
Different kind of music. For example, the last concert I attended was the metal music. It was Slipknot.
The high pump energies,
So I just like getting into a mosh pit. I just like pushing everyone around, jumping on top of someone's head. So, but I don't just listen to metal. I listen everything. I like rap music. I like hip hop. I can listen to classical music. Actually, I lied. The last concert I was at was the classical music. It was some orchestra from back from Russia visited New York, so I went to see them with my friends. So it was the last concert that I attended. But so it goes. It's everywhere, anything.
Wait, so you can speak Russian and English, right? So how did you learn how to speak English? Was it your school, or how did you learn how to speak English?
Yeah, everyone learns how to speak English in school, but the way they teach us in our schools it's not really good. So I had like a tutor that that was helping me. And then when I came into the country, I had some base. I knew the words, but I wasn't really fluent, and it was a little difficult. But it's you get used to it. I went to school. I had some American friends. So
you got used to it. You got used to the culture and all that good stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I know you play professional right now. You're swimming and doing all that good stuff. What's life after this? After playing professional, when you get older, what's life after that?
Well, we say that once you are a swimmer, you're always a swimmer, and I guess this is true because, I tried a bunch of different things once I graduated the school. Because when I graduated the school, I told myself that I'm never ever coming back to the swimming pool because I was so tired of swimming pool. I spent 4 hours a day practicing there. I spent another 3-4 hours working there, and so it was enough for me. And so I tried myself in a bunch of different things. I worked in marketing, I worked in sales, I worked in restaurant business, but then I realized that I actually miss swimming. And I believe, and I hope a bunch of my customers think the same way, that I have a talent for teaching swimming. And so
like be like a coach for swimming, or
you see, my idea about coaching is a little different. I'm not coaching. I'm not specializing on coaching like professionals. However, I can do that. I work at the I work at the high school. I teach the swim team there. But my business is revolving around teaching the swimming for the beginners, for people who are scared of water. I want to bring into the world the idea of how important it is to be able to swim, because swimming is not just doing the laps, right? If you think about swimming, is the gateway sport for a bunch of different activities. Let's say I'm gonna be like, yo, Charlie, let's go and surf. I don't know how to swim. Yo, Charlie, let's go and jump off the cliff. I don't know how to swim. And so that's what I'm trying to teach.
Get people to that.
I'm trying to explain people that swimming is actually a really entertaining, fun, and useful way to
help them out and all that.
Right.
That's a good thing. Though. You're teaching a little. Like, is it concerned more about young people or just like any age?
Any age. I teach adults. I teach kids. Anyone, honestly, anyone.
So I know you're playing professional while swimming, right? Who do you look up to? What motivates you? Who do you look up to? Who inspires you?
Well, when I grew up, when I was a little boy, there was a one of the greatest Olympians in Russia. He was his name was Alexander Popov. So he was 4 times Olympic champion, 1992 and 1996. So
Wow.
he was like my idol. But obviously, as I grew up, we had Michael Phelps, we had Ian Thorpe, the Australian swimmer, um, um, we had Ryan Lochte. So we had a bunch of big different swimmers who made
Yeah.
our sport more popular.
Popular,
So, and right now, who do I look at right now? You know who really motivates me? There is
Yeah.
a guy. His name is Anthony Irvine, or Irvine. I might be able to butcher his name, but
Yeah.
you're gonna check it up and
Yeah,
put
we'll check
his
it
name
out.
right here.
Yeah.
Right. And this guy won the Olympic Games first time in 2000.
Okay.
And then he came back into the sport 16 years later and won another gold medal in 2016. So imagine 16 years apart, and in between 2000 and 2016, the guy got into the drug addiction problems. He went through rehabilitation.
Oh,
So
wow.
he was
He had major
he was
problems.
walking on the
Yeah.
edge. But then he was able to come back and win another gold medal. So it's really, this story really motivates me.
Was it because of his story and a character, right?
I guess, yes, I guess because he didn't understand what he wanted from life. And when he
Okay.
actually went through everything, when he was on the edge, when he got through the addiction, he understood that, hey, it's not real life. For him, real life was swimming, and he was able to come back and win. So that you can understand, to be able to win for a 50 freestyle in Olympic Games is it's unique, you know.
Yeah.
50
The reality hit him. Yeah.
50 freestyle
Yeah.
is the most competitive swimming event, because that's the most popular event. That's what people swim most of the time. So, and he was able to win the Olympic Games, and I think he was like 35 or 36. I might be wrong,
Oh, wow.
but
That's a
for
pretty-
swimmers, it's really old. You know, even
35.
for soccer players,
Yeah, 35,
Cristiano
36.
Ronaldo is considered to be pretty old right
yeah.
now, right?
Yeah.
But for
For some-
swimmers, it's like
old.
what? It's super old, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So basically, what you do is spin it,
Uh-huh.
and whatever you get, you have to eat it.
Right.
So, for example, you might get a stink bug or marshmallow. If you want to spit it out, you can spit it out over there.
Okay.
Already.
Wait,
So you can just spin it, you
vodka,
can flick it.
cocaine, LSD. Okay, listen. Are you gonna
Yeah,
spin
we're
as
gonna,
well?
we're gonna be playing.
Am I gonna go first? Let's
You wanna
do
go
rock
first?
paper
Alright.
scissors. Rock
Rock,
paper
paper,
scissors.
scissors.
Shoot. Shit.
Alright.
Okay, I'm gonna go first. Just let's make it easy. Okay, you ready?
Yeah, let's see it. Ooh, chocolate pudding or dog food? It's the
The-
background. You can pick any of them.
This one, right?
Yeah,
That's
you
the
can pick.
color.
You can pick any of them.
Okay. So I'm either getting a dog food or chocolate. We'll see.
Let's see.
And
Ready?
So
Any of them.
this one, right?
Yeah,
That's
you
the
can pick.
color.
You can.
I'm either getting a dog food or chocolate. We'll see.
It does kind of
We'll
taste
see.
nasty. Takes a
Alright.
while. It takes a while.
I think it's a dog food
You can spit it out.
because I had it before. It's
I
not,
can smell that. Yo, oh shit. You don't have to swallow it.
no, it's
Take it like a champ?
It's, yeah.
Okay. My turn.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I got coconut or
Uh-huh.
spoiled milk. Again, damn.
With spoiled milk. You don't like coconut?
No, spoiled milk. Oh, that's nasty.
So it's like really bad?
Really bad, yeah.
I was lucky.
Alright, a question.
Uh-huh.
What's the dumbest thing you ever bought?
Below 5.
0.5?
Below 5. So I bought myself a kitty backpack, with the New York cab pattern. I thought it's gonna be funny if I put it once and wear it, but I never actually.
You just wanted to be
I just wanted to be funny, but then I was like, the
Yeah.
hell. So
One more time. Last one.
Last one.
Oh god.
Toasted marshmallow stink
Stink
bug. It's gonna be an actual bug?
It's like an actual stink bug.
Oh.
Oof.
That's
Like
a
hold
bug.
on. Yeah. Oh.
That's a
shit.
bug.
Stink bug. Alright, ready? Let's see.
Which one is that?
Birthday cake or dirty dishwashers?
Dirty dish water. No, and now I wonder how does the dirty dishwater water taste like.
If you have to have one superpower, what would it be?
I always
Yeah.
wanted to have two superpowers,
Okay.
so I think you're gonna make exception for me, and you're gonna let me tell two of the superpowers I wanted.
Yeah.
Well, the first one is obviously being able to teleport.
Okay.
So I would be here and there because I love
Oh,
traveling, you know. So
yeah.
I would love to end up somewhere in I don't know, Hawaii right now. Why not?
That's a good one.
And second one, obviously being able to stop time.
Oh, just stop and just walk, or what do you mean, like?
No,
specifically?
like stop the time and being able to, right? So everyone is stopped, but I'm
Yeah.
not. So everyone is
Oh,
motionless,
exactly. Yeah, like everyone stop but you.
but me.
What do you advise all the swimmers out there? Maybe they want to be a professional swimmer or coach or upcoming swimmer. What do you advise them?
What I would like to advise to other swimmers, swim coaches, swim instructors is to be passionate about what you do. So you want swimming or you want soccer, you want anything to be your passion. So if you don't like something, quit, move on. It's never too late to find something else.
Yeah.
So you want to be able to love what you do. Right? So this is, if we're talking about, it's not only swimming, it's anything. But if you want me to ask about swimming, you want to be able to learn how to be disciplined. Learn the discipline. Unless you are disciplined, you're not going to be able to succeed in this life. Discipline is the key. You want to be able to go to bed 1 hour earlier. You want to be able to say no to your friends when they call you to go to that party or watch that movie late at night. You want to have a bigger vision and move towards it. So, and don't worry if you're not going to become next Michael Phelps or next Bob Bowman. Bob Bowman is a coach of Michael Phelps. So don't be scared to be yourself. All right, you're not gonna become a champion, you're not gonna become the great swimmer, but it's gonna be the most important lesson that you're gonna learn in your life. So be disciplined, don't feel sorry for yourself, and work.
Wow, man, thank you. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for all the good information you shared. So yeah, thank you, man. It's been a pleasure.
You're welcome. It was my pleasure.
See you guys.
See you guys as well.
Hey guys, Dan just released a book. It's called Keep Calm and Flow On. So tell us what this book is specifically about.
So basically this book is for the beginners who are scared of water, who wants to overcome their fear of water. Really handy. But this book is actually going to be able to help you if you're planning to teach swimming lessons, because there are a bunch of great tips that every swimmer instructor should know and should practice. So this book is basically going to be handy if you're a swimming teacher, or maybe you want to give that book to someone who doesn't know how to swim. It's going to be real helpful.
You said if they have anxiety, it helps them with this book too?
Absolutely, yes. So basically this book helps for people with aquaphobia. So aquaphobia is fear of water. So bunch of people, you have no idea how many people are scared of water and don't know how to swim. So a bunch of my customers were struggling with that, and so I became an expert in teaching how to swim if you're fear of water. So that's why I wrote the book on fear of water, and now I can share my knowledge with you.
Do you want a book with your autograph, correct?
Sure.
But yeah, you should check it out.
Keep calm and float on.